Hi everyone, this is Kelly with She Learns Video, and today I am going to show you a few things in Premiere Pro that will help you when you are getting started with editing your films. So first, here we have our project set up. I just set it up as a sample project. I've dropped in a lot of different clips, all of which were shot at 60 frames per second. And in order to get that nice smooth look that you desire from 60 frames per second, we are going to convert these into 24 frames per second so that they smooth out a little bit. So here you'll see the clip that I have selected. I hit play and it's just kind of quick, not very smooth. So what we're going to do is go down here in our project folder and we're going to right click, go to modify, interpret footage, and you'll see here that the frame rate from the file is 59.9401, which I don't know why that's the case, but this is what you'll need for 60 frames per second. And then we are going to select assume this frame rate and delete what's already in the box. And then you're going to go 23.976, which is what you'll use for 24 frames per second. And then just go down here and click OK. And now you'll see if you play the clip back, it's slower and a lot more smooth. So we'll play an extended little version of it because I'm going to use kind of the end here. So when you play it, just smooth and kind of that fade in look is a lot more visually appealing. So then if you wanted to convert multiple clips, I've done that obviously with one clip here. I converted it to the 24 frames per second. You would just select multiple items and then do the same thing. Right click, modify, interpret footage. You'll see all of them were shot at 60 frames. And then again, 23.976 to get them to 24 frames per second. Okay, so now that we have converted the footage that we'd like to change over to 24 frames per second, this is what we're going to start with on our timeline. So you'll take your clip that was shot at 24 frames per second or converted to 24, and you'll drag it onto your timeline. And that will set up your sequence in order to make it 24 frames per second when you go to export the film. If for some reason your sequence is set to a frame rate that you do not want, for example, if you set it up at 60 accidentally, you can go up to sequence and sequence settings, and then you can change the time base here. So if you for some reason wanted to export it at 60 frames per second, you could select that. But for now, we're going to keep ours at 24 frames per second. That is what I would prefer. Okay, so another tip here is that if you want to add just the video from this clip to your sequence, you would grab the little video only button here and pull it down. But if for some reason you wanted to grab audio and video, you just click right on top of the clip and pull it down, and you can see the audio and the video is linked. If you get the clip down here and then realize, I don't really want to utilize the audio from the file, you just right click, go into unlink, and now these become separate. And you can just delete the audio and your video remains. If for some reason you would just want audio from a file, you have this option here that says drag audio only, and you can pull that down to your timeline or to your sequence. So I hope all of those tips were helpful. These are some things that really helped me when I was starting out in Premiere Pro, and I think they will be very helpful for anyone who is getting started with video and video editing.